Hey everyone, just got back from fencing a little while ago. So that's what's up with the headbands, because my hair always gets sweaty and I have to keep it on my face inside the dang mask anyway. So, I going to give you my top 5 EPs of 2012, and the genres are rather diversified here, and I've got some local music in here too. So, some stuff. Okay, number 5, we have Ben Patat, I think it's Patat, with the ongoing EP Volume 2. He is a local folk musician from the band The Lilies and Sparrows. I have some videos up on my channel of when they opened for Ascend the Hill several months ago, which is a very, very good show. I think I am going to have their album O Ransom Sun on my top 10 albums of the year. But, yeah. The music's interesting, and when it comes to, like, uniqueness, there's not a whole load of uniqueness, but he kind of puts this emotion into the folk music that I feel like is not there for some musicians and stuff like that. If that makes sense. And it's also got some demo tracks on it too, and if you enjoy folk music, if you enjoy music in general, I would suggest you go check it out. Next to we have some other local music too. Number 4 we have Images, self-titled EP. I know these guys pretty well. They are great. They're very, very nice people, and I have several videos of them up on my channel. It was funny when they did the Divide the Sea Halloween party. One of their guitarists, he was dressed as a baby, and he took off like his pajamas, and he was just wearing a freaking adult diaper over long johns. No, not long. I don't remember what they're called. Whatever you call those giant underwear things. I don't remember, but he was wearing that over some kind of undergarments, but which is funny. And so yeah, they are a 5-piece deathcore band, and they use a 7-string guitar, I believe, which is very interesting. And they don't have too many breakdowns. I mean, this is just 3 songs. They don't have too many breakdowns, but they make the breakdowns very entertaining when they are there. And the outro breakdown to Have Faith is just incredible. It takes on just like this really intense, just dark, crushing atmosphere. It's great, and the guitar sound, the guitar effect, guitar tone, whatever, it sounds very interesting too. And the vocalist, really great friend of mine, his screams, like, they sound kind of like a more like post-hardcore scream, but it goes very well with the deathcore music, in my opinion. But that's, I try to stay objective with a lot of the stuff that I do, but in my opinion, that goes well. So yeah, I very much like his vocals, and they've got some very interesting lyrical themes too. And anyways, number 3, we have Islander with the Side Effects of Youth EP. Very interesting. They have a song featuring Sony Sandoval of POD, and then one other song featuring the guy from Senpai Ravens. Oh yeah, Islander and Images both opened for Senpai Raven's last show in Greenville, here in Greenville, which I missed because it was on a Sunday night. I had youth group. I find it freaking hilarious that a Christian band did their last show on a Sunday night. I don't know, but I did get to see them earlier this year on the Emery and Friends tour, which was pretty sweet. I got to meet Toby Morrell and Emery, but anyways, they're hardcore, and some people group them as post-hardcore, but I would say they sound like kind of like a traditional hardcore with a kind of a twist on it. It's kind of hard to explain. Just take a listen, and I really like the guitar sound on this album too. Very, very unique guitar sound, or this EP. Very unique guitar sound, and some very interesting songwriting and lyrical themes on this album too. I say too much, but again. Uh, this album, EP, whatever, very, very outstanding EP, and they kind of like mix some styles and stuff like that on here. Like they kind of just kind of change the sounds throughout the songs. You know, it's very interesting material. There are one or two recycled riffs on here, but for the most part, I'd say it's kind of just epic sounding. If you know what, like, just epicness, awesome, just epic sounding in some parts. But I like them a lot. All right, now, I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of EPs, so that's more local music. But when it comes to other music, we have number 2. We have Wilt's self-titled EP. I have a review of this EP. If you'd like to go check that out, that'd be good. It's amazing. The atmosphere is just like captivates. How like the winter, and if you were out in like a snowy mountain that's snowing constantly, and like Mr. Cannibal Spork said, a pack of wolves 10 feet behind you, that captivates that atmosphere very, very well. I like this EP a lot, and I guess really anything unique about the riffs, but they certainly just captivate you, and they kind of just pull you into this state where you're just kind of trapped in this like cold prison. It's more atmosphere than anything else. It sounds like it's kind of blowing along with the wind, or the wind's blowing in the background, or like something about the mixing kind of makes it sound like that. But it's just very, very fantastic black metal EP. Yes. Number 1 goes to Trans-Siberian Orchestra with Dreams of Fireflies. I really like this EP. I like the fact that they have diversity on this album. The first track, Winter Palace, is an intro thing. It goes from like sounding really dark and snowy to being heavy and kind of intense. It's got this build up to the end of the song, which is really cool. And then Dreams of Fireflies, they recycled to Into the Winter Night, which they did very well. And it's got a kind of like a festive feel, and I Had a Memory. It's kind of more of a Christian-y worship song in a way, because they say hallelujah and talk about trusting the Lord, basically, like a child. So yeah, that kind of starts out slow, and it's got slow parts. It feels really nice, and then Someday, it's like it's another slow power ballad. The guitar sounds kind of interesting, and it's kind of talking about like real life situation, as like it kind of feels sucky when you have to leave your family. It's like then your mom watches all of you go. It's kind of like talking about that like in a way of a tragedy kind of thing, if that makes any sense. But like that. And then Time You Should Be Sleeping is one of the more traditional Christmas things, and very good flow. It's just this more ear candy for me. I really, really like it, and what I've always liked about Trans-Siberian Orchestra is that they can take like progressive metal, it's kind of like symphonic metal too, and they make it like, they kind of make it like it's more atmospheric, and they make it feel like it's not metal when it really is. They take heaviness and they make it feel pretty and Christmassy. It's very nice, and I also got to see them several months ago. No, not a month ago. Not several months ago. Several weeks ago. Doing the Lost Christmas Eve. I have a review of that concert and of the CP. But, very, very good and all. So, those are my 10 EPs of the year. I'm going to have top 10 albums relatively soon. So, in a couple days.